Did they accidentally create a supervillain in Charles Manson and gave them implanted powers in him
That was not
to
an
use
accident.
those? Or did they do this on purpose? And it's like, why? So at this point in time, what is the government fighting against the most, right?
The
They
hippie
fucking
movement.
leftists, the hippie movement, and the anti-war movement. Right? So what are we going to do to destabilize that? Well, let's turn a bunch of fucking hippies into suicidal maniacs and demonize them.
Dude, I just want to point out really quickly that the parallels to this, if we're going to say that, like, hey, this was government, not only helped Charles Manson pull this off, but maybe had more of a hand in it than we think to pull off this kind of, to pull off these murders that basically scared the nations. The hippies after were vilified, like, holy, they're crazy drug-fueled murderers, right? All of them.
Well, like when you look into the Tate, like we're not going to get into it because we love Dan and I don't want him to go anywhere.
Yeah.
We will get into this in an episode of Daddies and Baddies. We're going to get into the fucking gruesome details at some point.
Talk about where the blood was coming out of.
So stay tuned. But these murders were fucked. Like
when you tell people who don't know, like it ended with Charles Manson, not himself, but his followers breaking into, what's her name? Tate.
Sharon Tate's house, where she shared with, I got all the names written down, but basically Sharon Tate, who is a famous actress at the time, popular, pregnant. She was married to Roman Polanski, who is a famous piece of shit